Hi Taurus, welcome to Pure Tarot. Tonight I'm doing the 5 W's reading, which is the who, the what, the where, the why, and the when of a particular situation, which these 5 decks here will be talking to us about for you. I've basically played, edited, tweaked a few of these decks, except for the Monology one. You'll understand why. I've chosen only the court cards out of the Santa Muerte deck to get the who. Monology points to the what. I've selected a few cards out of the Enchanted Map Oracle deck for the where. And I have major arcanas out of the Ghost Spirits Tarot. And I have the Ace through the 10 out of playing cards to get a time frame, to get a number, I don't know, just to maybe circumscribe this particular situation starting from now, obviously October 30th, which is today. So let us explore what this, let's go on that journey and just start pulling the cards here. It's the first time I do this. I was meditating before and I had a different idea, and when I sat here, I sat longer, and I don't know, this one came to mind, and that's how it was. That's how it came about. Let's look at who. The Knight of Pentacles. This could be you, this could be another person. You would know, and then maybe also as I pull the cards, maybe we'll, once we get sort of a storyline, maybe you'll be able to determine whether it points to yourself or to someone else, right? Let's look at the what. Nothing is yet set in stone. Nothing is set in stone, basically, or not yet. Mutable moon. Okay, let's look at the where. Where is this? Oh, interesting. I'm going to take this one. It's sort of a symbolic location. Peaks of joy, but that's interesting. There are cards in there that I've picked that really point to more of a physical place, but I had decided to keep this one because I did think the symbolism was interesting. And then one card came out, I'm going to take it, the Hermit here. And let's get a number. And one card came out, and it's a 5. So it could be 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. Hopefully not 5 years. Let's just work within, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the Knight of Pentacles together. So this particular character, the Knight of Pentacles usually moves slowly, and this guy, he's sort of like, he's got all these branches attached to his, to his dead horse, basically. uh, it's interesting. So whatever these brambles are, these branches, it's slowing him down, and that's why obviously the interpretation, he's a slow moving person, and that's illustrated with all these entanglements. I want to say maybe you had things that have kept you from moving faster, being more swift. Maybe you've had some setbacks to a certain extent. Maybe maybe to the point of things moving so slow that you lost a lot of time, and or at least you feel like you've lost a lot of time on something. And yet, it's Pentacles energy, so this knight usually gets where he decides to go. There's never or there's rarely anything that will keep him from getting there. Like, it might take a really long time. He might have to take 1,000 detours, but he'll get there. He's the one knight that will not waver at all from his from his goal. It's a beautiful energy of determination, of steadfastness. How do you say? Yeah, steadfast. Also, he's carrying a sword, machete, and if he had to, he'd be able to cut away at these branches. So again, it shows that nothing can keep him from moving forward, no matter at what pace. That's sort of, not that it's irrelevant, but it's secondary, I want to say. He's carrying this bag here. It's like, he's got other little small luggage on his saddle, which means he sort of travels light. But here he's got this bag, and it looks like he could be carrying money. He could be carrying, for some reason I have grain, like, seeds, corn kernels, because of the Mexican, I think this deck is obviously culturally Mexican culture influenced, right? So that's why I'm using the corn kernel. So it's really interesting because whatever it is in there, that if it's especially any kind of grain or a seed, it means that wherever he goes, he'll be able to plant those seeds and see a lot of growth in the future. But it'll be at destination. That's what's interesting. For now, he's carrying this growth. It hasn't sprouted. It's something that he will plant at destination. So the what here is nothing is yet set in stone, and that's really interesting because this knight is on the journey, right? He's still progressing, and he's still walking or moving forward, and it's slow. So, and he hasn't reached destination, so that's why it's not set in stone here. And the mutable indicates the movement, no matter how slow. Although here you've got these almost like a storm at sea. These waves are really, really big. But it's only just to, I guess for me, it's indicating just the movement, the fact that the water is not stagnant. So it is contrasting, right? because of the slowness of this night, but yet there's no halt. So in that sense, it doesn't contradict. On the contrary, it simply emphasizes that there's no stopping. No. Keep on with the force, don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. The where is the peaks of joy here. Peaks of joy. This is destination. This is really interesting. You're headed for a pinnacle, right? Something that's going to bring you a lot of happiness, make you jump up in the air. Up in the clouds you are, like totally, you even you're meeting a butterfly in midair. It's really beautiful. And this is a young child, a young little, a young girl here. She's got a flower in her hair and this beautiful garment that, it looks like, and this part of it that's really, really long that is floating down. It's, I don't know, it's quite exquisite. But it's mostly the attitude, right? The way her body is curved, how much she feels exalted, and it's really, really beautiful. And it's number 33. Which is a Neptunian number. So it's really interesting. Piscean Neptunian energy here with the 33. And you're in these clouds. It's like a dream, and Neptune is like points to our most I guess our deepest dreams, or the dreams, the biggest, right? The most incredible dreams. There's absolutely no limit to the dreams that we have with Neptune. There's no boundaries to what we can think about. The imagination is absolutely free and limitless. It's infinite. So it's a beautiful, beautiful energy. You're headed towards this incredible, almost like a fantasy land, almost. But it's a place of joy. And it's a peak. So you'll definitely feel like you've accomplished something. So this journey that is very slow and maybe arduous to a certain extent will have such a great reward, I guess. You'll have such a feeling of, I don't know, like success, like there's a form of success here in getting there. And it'll bring you, obviously, a lot of joy. And I'm saying success because of the word peak, right? You're reaching a peak. So, and the why, it's funny because it's the sort, Aries had a little bit of, the same energy. The why, they had the Hanged Man, which was slowing them down in stagnation, and you have the Hermit. So it's whatever you're moving towards, it's because you're tired of being alone. You don't want to be separate anymore. It's like you've done the introspection already. That's over with. Yes, you got moving, you got going here. You were in a place where I feel like you were maybe in the same place for a long time. Long time being a relative, right? But it still gives me an impression of it's like you did reach the light. You're full of light here, surrounded by white light. And you've got these creatures that are helping you like guides. But I did mention you felt alone, so I think these were spirits, not necessarily people. I don't know. I think you I have the same word. You've reached the pinnacle within your introspection. It's like you've reached the clarity, the enlightenment that you were seeking. I think you had a realization that it's no use staying in this same or to keep doing the work, right, of trying to figure out, I don't know, either we could describe like maybe you were looking at your shadow side, etc., all of that kind of introspection work, deep reflecting, maybe a dark night of the soul, but you really got moving. Something's been pushing you to get on the journey. Mind you, the hermit does take a journey. I don't know. I'm getting this. It's like the realization was that change is inevitable, and that you shouldn't stay in one place and turn into stone. Maybe you're. I get the Rolling Stone. This guy is a little bit of, I mean, he's not a Rolling Stone per se, but I don't know. It's interesting. And then here, five is it's definitely not 5 days. Not with this kind of energy of slow moving and just coming out of it's more like a 5 months period. Especially in terms of reaching the destination, right? I don't think it's necessarily maybe 5 weeks if you're lucky, but it feels more like 5 months. That's interesting. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing here. So I hope it resonates somehow. Until next time, take care, Taurus.